فدخل معهما تحت الكساء، فأقبل عند ذلك أبو الحسن علي بن أبي طالب وقال: السلام عليك يا بنت رسول الله. فقلت: وعليك السلام يا أبا الحسن ويا أمير المؤمنين. فقال: يا فاطمة، إني أشم عندك رائحة طيبة كأنها رائحة أخي وابن عمي رسول الله. فقلت: نعم، ها هو ما ولديك تحت الكساء. فأقبل علي نحو الكساء وقال: السلام عليك يا رسول الله، أتأذن لي أن أكون معكم تحت الكساء؟ قال له: وعليك السلام يا أخي ويا وسيء وخليفتي وصاحب لوائه، قد أذنت لك. فدخل علي تحت الكساء، ثم أتيت نحو الكساء وقلت: السلام عليك يا أبتاه يا رسول الله، أتأذن لي أن أكون معكم تحت الكساء؟ قال: وعليك السلام يا بنتي ويا بضعتي، قد أذنت لك. فدخلت تحت الكساء، فلما اكتملنا جميعا تحت الكساء أخذ أبي رسول الله بطرف الكساء وأومى بيده اليمنى إلى السماء وقال: اللهم إن هؤلاء أهل بيتي وخاصتي وحامتي، لحمهم لحمي ودمهم دمي، يؤلمني ما يؤلمه ويحزنني ما يحزنهم. أنا حرب لمن حاربهم وسلم لمن سالمهم وعدو لمن عاداهم ومحب لمن أحبهم. إنهم مني وأنا منهم، فاجعل صلواتك وبركاتك ورحمتك وغفرانك ورضوانك علي وعليهم، واذهب عنهم الرجس وطهرهم تطهيرا. فقال الله عز وجل: يا ملائكتي ويا سكان السماوات، إني ما خلقت سماء مبنية ولا أرضا مطهية ولا قمر منيرا ولا شمس مذيعة ولا فلك يدور ولا بحر يجري ولا فلك يسري إلا في محبة هؤلاء الخمسة الذين هم تحت الكساء. فقال الأمين جبرائيل: يا ربي، ومن تحت الكساء؟ فقال عز وجل: هم أهل بيت النبوة ومعدن الرسالة، هم فاطمة وأبوها وبعلها وبنوها. فقال جبرائيل: يا ربي، أتأذن لي نحبط على الأرض ليكون معهم سادسا؟ فقال الله: نعم، قد أذنت لك. فهبط الأمين جبرائيل وقال: السلام عليك يا رسول الله. العلي الأعلى يقرأك السلام ويخصك بالتحية والإكرام ويقول لك: وعزتي وجلالي، إني ما خلقت سماء مبنية ولا أرضا مطهية ولا قمرا منيرا ولا شمسا مضيئة ولا فلكا يدور ولا بحر يجري ولا فلك يسري إلا لأجلكم ومحبتكم، وقد أذن لي أن أدخل معكم، فهل تأذن لي يا رسول الله؟ فقال رسول الله: وعليك السلام يا أمين وحي الله، إنه نعم، قد أذنت لك. فدخل جبرائيل معنا تحت الكساء فقال لأبي: إن الله قد أوحي إليكم يقول: إنما يريد الله ليذهب عنكم الرجس أهل البيت ويطهركم تطهيرا. فقال علي لأبي: يا رسول الله، أخبرني ما لجلوسنا هذا تحت الكساء من الفضل عند الله. فقال النبي صلى الله عليه وآله: والذي بعثني بالحق نبيا واصطفاني برسالة نجيا، ما ذكر خبرنا هذا في محفل من محافل أهل الأرض وفيه جمع من شيعتنا ومحبينا إلا ونزلت عليهم الرحمة وحفت بهم الملائكة واستغفرت لهم إلى أن يتفرقوا. فقال علي عليه السلام: إذا والله فزنا وفاز شيعتنا ورب الكعبة. فقال أبي رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله: يا علي هو الذي بعثني بالحق نبيا واصطفاني بالرسالة نجيا. ما ذكر خبرنا هذا في محفل من محافل أهل الأرض، بل فيه جمع من شيعتنا ومحبينا، وفيهم محموم إلا وفرج الله حما، ولا مغموم إلا وكشف الله غما، ولا طالب حاجة إلا وقضى الله حاجته. فقال علي عليه السلام: إذا والله فزنا وسعدنا، وكذلك شيعتنا فازوا وسعدوا في الدنيا والآخرة ورب الكعبة.
मोहम्मद वाले मोहम्मद सल्लल्लाहु सलाम सलाम पेश करता हूँ। धूप में टूटा शजर तुझसे आबाद था घर, है बरना मेरा सर, क्या नहीं तुझको खबर, ऐ अलमदार वफा इस बहन को बखुदा तुझसे धारस की बड़ी तू ना आया गाजी, जब दासर से छिनी मैं सदा देती रही तू ना आया गाजी। हमको पानी ना मिले तेरी खुशबू तो रहे, तेरे बाजू न कटे चाहे मशकी छेदे, ये मगर हो ना सका तेरे बाजू हैं जुदा, मुझ पे है तशना नबी तू ना आया गाजी, जब रिदा सर से छिनी मैं सदा देती रही तू ना आया गाजी। आ गई शाम अलम लुट गए अहले हरम, रेत पर चल की हुई हो गया ठंडा अलम, फुर्सा देने के लिए मुझसे मिलने के लिए आ गए बाबा तू ना आया गाजी, जब रिदा सर से छिनी मैं सदा देती रही तू ना आया गाजी। क्या कहूँ शेर मेरे बेरिदा हमको लिए, ये मुसलमान सारे शहर दर शहर गए, हिलकते कूफा कभी हिलकते शाम कभी, और हम पे हंसी तू ना आया गाजी, जब रिदा सर से छिनी मैं सदा देती नहीं तू न आया गाजी। कितनी बेबसी बहन ए शहंशाह वफा, नाम ले ले के मेरा जब ये जालिम ने कहा, नाज था जिस पे तुझे तब बुलाओ ना उसे, और मैं रोती नहीं तू न आया गाजी। कैद खाने में कज़ा जब सकीना को मिली, देख के देख के कुर्ते का कफन बच्ची दफनाई गई। उस घड़ी नाम तेरा सूरत नादे अली, दुख में दोहराती नहीं तू न आया गाजी। जब रिदा सर से छिनी मैं सदा देती रही तू न आया गाजी। आले इमरान कहाँ और जिंदान कहाँ, ये बहन कैदी हुई तू न आया गाजी। जब रिदा सर से छिनी मैं सदा देती रही तू न आया गाजी।
बराए खुशनुदी बीबी फातिमा ज़हरा सलामुल्लाह अलैहा बवाज़ बुलंद सलावत सल्ले अला मुहम्मद व आले। बीबी ज़हरा के शान में एक नया सलाम का है। नबी की रहलत के बाद ज़हरा बीमार हुई। नबी की रहलत के बाद ज़हरा बीमार हुई और बेरहमों की राह जुल्म हमवार हुई। नबी की रहलत के बाद ज़हरा बीमार हुई और बेरहमों की राह जुल्म हमवार हुई। जिस दरवाजे पर करते थे नबी सलाम, जिस दरवाजे पर करते थे नबी सलाम, उसी दर पर बेगैरतों की अलगार हुई। हसन और हुसैन की शहादत से थी वो आशना, हसन और हुसैन की शहादत से थी वो आशना, अपनी जिंदगी में ही उनकी गमख्वार हुई। और सिर्फ ज़हरा ही नहीं गई खलीफा के सामने, सिर्फ ज़हरा ही नहीं गई खलीफा के सामने, उनकी बेटी भी बरसरे दरबार हुई। अली के गले में रस्सी बंधी तो बीबी, अली के गले में रस्सी बंधी तो बीबी, इमामत की खातिर हम कलामे अगियार हुई। और दर्द के आलम में बीबी ने मेहदी को पुकारा, दर्द के आलम में बीबी ने मेहदी को पुकारा, और तकलीफ की शिद्दत से वो बेकरार हुई। छोटी सी जैनब से ना देखा गया माँ को, छोटी सी जैनब से ना देखा गया माँ को, रोते रोते उस पे गशी बेख्तियार हुई। और औलाद के गम ने सैयदा की बदल दी हालत, औलाद के गम ने सैयदा की बदल दी हालत, शहादत मोहसिन से वो बड़ी लाचार हुई। और हुसैन से थी ज़हरा को कितनी मोहब्बत, हुसैन से थी ज़हरा को कितनी मोहब्बत, बंदे कफन टूटने पर ये बात आश्कार हुई। गुस्ले मैयत में चीख कर रोए मौला, गुस्ले मैयत में चीख कर रोए मौला, ज़हरा की पसलियों पर जब नजर एक बात हुई, और जनाजे में आने से जिन्हें रोका था बीबी ने, जनाजे में आने से जिन्हें रोका था बीबी ने, उनकी दुनिया और आखिरत दोनों ही बेकार हुई। लहद में उतारते हुए हैदर की थी ये हालत, लहद में उतारते हुए हैदर की थी ये हालत, हाथ लरसते थे और आंख खश्कबार हुई। और ज़हरा की शहादत पर कायनात में हुआ गिरिया, ज़हरा की शहादत पर कायनात में हुआ गिरिया, और मखलूक खुदा सारी गमगुसार हुई। और आखिरी शेर है कि गासिबी ने हक के जहरा का जिक्र जब भी किया अली, गासिबी ने हक के जहरा का जिक्र जब भी किया अली, हर तरफ से उन पे लानत बेशुमार हुई। और नबी की रहलत के बाद ज़हरा बीमार हुई, बेरहमों की राह जुल्म हमवार हुई। पर मोहम्मद व आले मोहम्मद सल्लल्लाहु अल्लाहुम्मा सल्ली अला मोहम्मद व आले मोहम्मद। मैंने एक ख्वाब में ऐसे भी शरफ पाए हैं, मुझको मजलिस के लिए लोग बुला लाए हैं, मुझको मजलिस के लिए लोग बुला लाए हैं। ऐ कमर फरमाते हैं मुझसे ये 14 मासूम, हम तेरा मरसिया सुनने के लिए आए हैं। मैंने एक ख्वाब में मोहम्मद वाले मोहम्मद सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि
से बढ़कर और क्या होगा ये जाबे-फातिमा, इससे बढ़कर और क्या होगा ये जाबे-फातिमा। तदबीर है अदना नवाब-ए-फातिमा, इससे बढ़कर और क्या ज़माने नस्ले पैगंबर है यही बहरे सुन के हर अता भी ढूंढता आया है बाबे फातिमा। इससे बढ़कर और क्या तातियाना भी लरज जाता है जब करता है हज़रत ज़ैनब की पीर और शबाबे फातिमा। इससे बढ़कर और क्या होगा हिजाबे फातिमा। इससे बढ़कर और क्या।
अल्लाहुम्मा सल्ली अला।
एक सूरह फातिहा की दरखास्त है अंकल अहमद के लिए और आज जो उन्होंने मजलिस में स्पॉन्सर किए
उनके
मरहूम के लिए।
बिस्मिल्लाह रहमान
दुनिया से जब गुजर गई ज़हरा जिगर बिगाड़। दुनिया से जब गुजर गई ज़हरा जिगर बिगाड़। चिल्लाई सर को पीट के ज़ैनब मैंने आपके मिलेगा हमें किस तरह करार। कौन है हमारा बजुज़ शाह ज़ुल्फ़िकार। कौन है हमारा बजुज़ शाह ज़ुल्फ़िकार। रंजो अलम में गम की घटा दिल पे छाई है। हम गए रसूल खुदा की दुआई है। गए रसूल खुदा की दुआई है। में आए पीटते सर को हसन हुसैन से लिपट कहते थे दोनों मशहूर शहर। उठाओ सर को के आए नूरे जान हमको नहीं एक पल भी चैन। जान हमको नहीं एक पल भी चैन। हम दुखी है ना हमको रुलाइए। नाना की तरह हमको न यूं छोड़ जाइए। नाना की तरह हमको न यूं छोड़ जाइए। माँ से लिपट के करते थे हसनैन जब ये रोते हुए शाह मशरक़ के गश है फातिमा ज़हरा के नूरे तला सब बच्चों को बोले शहे हुनैन। दिला सब बच्चों को बोले शहे हुनैन। रो ना रो जान मेरी निकली जाती है। तू सदा तू के रोने की आती है। तू सदा बुतुल के रोने की आती है।
जब ज़ैनब अज़ीम
आकर कफन बिनाने
लगे बादशाह दीन
आए हसन हुसैन
भी रोते हुए खरीद
माँ के गले लिपट गए
दोनों वो नाज़नीन
माँ के गले लिपट गए
दोनों वो नाज़नीन
इजाद से बुतूल ने
दिल को संभाल कर
बलाए
हाथ कफन से निकाल कर
बलाए हाथ
कफन से निकाल कर
दुनिया से जब गुजर
गई Inshallah, tonight will be the last lecture of Islam al-Muslimin, Maulana Musharraf Hussaini. We're thankful to Maulana for sparing us the last 5 nights and giving us some really useful advices from the life of Sayyida Fatima Zahra. May Allah increase Maulana's tawfiqat and give him more energy to continue serving the deen, inshallah. Inshallah, from tomorrow onwards, the program starts at 7 o'clock with Maghrib and prayers. 7:30, Majlis starts, and we'll have the honor of having Maulana Mujahid Abbas from Leeds, inshallah, who will be reciting in Urdu, and Noha and Salam and Marcia, all will be done by Safir Eza, Nadeem Savar, and all his friends that come with him, Arif Bokole and everyone else, inshallah. So everyone's requested to join us on time. With that, I request Maulana to come to the minbar with a loud of salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
दर जला के घर में घुस के अली के गले में रस्सी डाल के जुल्म की इंतहा कर दी सकीफा वालों ने। दर जला के घर में घुस के अली के गले में रस्सी डाल के जुल्म की इंतहा सकीफा वालों ने। वादे रसूल अली को छोड़कर खिलाफत छीन ली सकीफा वालों ने और सकीफा ही में करबला की बुनियाद डाल दी सकीफा वालों ने और सकीफा ही में करबला की बुनियाद डाल दी सकीफा वालों ने। अले रसूलुल्लाह के बाद अहले बैत पर, अरे रसूलुल्लाह के बाद अहले बैत पर जुल्म की अंबार लगा दिया सकीफा वालों ने। करमत बीबी ज़हरा सलामुल्लाह अलैहा बुलंद सलाम।
इतने शेर सुन के तो हमें भी एक शेर सुनाने को देना। कुछ शायरी हम गए थे अमेरिका शिकागो में, और जो शायर थे कहते हैं मैंने पहला कलाम लिखा है लेकिन हमें उनके वो शेर याद रह गया। वो कहते थे कि न बच पाएंगे वो गासिब कदक के मेरा दावा है, न बच पाएंगे वो गासिब कदक के मेरा दावा है, उन्हें घेरेगा महशर में तेरे दर का धुआं ज़हरा, उन्हें घेरेगा महशर में तेरे दर का धुआं ज़हरा। सलवात पढ़िए मोहम्मद वाले मोहम्मद। डॉक्टर सैयद इकबाल हुसैन, अहमद रिजवी, उल्फत हुसैन, शौकत अहमद बिनते दिलावर अली के लिए, सबके लिए, और मर्जिया खानम के लिए एक सूरह फातिहा पढ़ दीजिए। और कोविड में काफ़ी लोग मुब्तला हैं, काफ़ी लोग मरीज़ हैं। हमारी अजीज बहन ज़ाकिरा इदारा-ए-जाफरी, उनके बारे में भी सुना है और उनकी फैमिली के और लोग भी हैं। जहाँ कहीं जो भी इस कोविड में मुब्तला है, उन सब की शिफा के लिए 5 मरतबा अम्मा युजीब का कलमा सब मिलकर पढ़ते हैं। सलवात पढ़िए मोहम्मद वाले मोहम्मद। बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। अम्मा युजीबुल मुज़्ज़र्रा इज़ा दअाहु व यक्शिफुस्सू। 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 परवरदिगारा, जिनके लिए दुआ की गई और जिनके नाम नहीं दिए, मालूम है तुझे कौन कौन मरीज है, कहाँ मरीज है। परवरदिगारा, तमाम मरीजों को, बिलखुसूस कोविड के मरीजों को शिफाए कामिल इनायत फरमा। परवरदिगारा, बेहद बीमार करबला तू शाफी व काफी है। हर किस्म के जिस्मानी अमराज से हमें निजात कामिल इनायत फरमा। सलवात पढ़ दीजिए मोहम्मद वाले मोहम्मद। ला हौला वला कुव्वता इल्ला बिल्लाहिल अलिय्यिल अज़ीम। बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। अल्हम्दुलिल्लाहि रब्बिल आलमीन। अल्हम्दुलिल्लाहि रब्बिश शुहदाए वस्सिद्दीकीन। अल्हम्दुलिल्लाहि कमा हुआ अहलुहु। वस्सलातु वस्सलामु अला अशरफिल अंबिया वल मुरसलीन। हबीबे इलाहिल आलमीन नबीना व शफीअना व तबीबे क़ुलूबिना अबिल क़ासिम मुहम्मद व अला आलिहि الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين المظلومين واللعنة الدائمة على أعدائهم أعداء الدين. أما بعد فقد قال الله تعالى في كلامه المجيد: بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يا أيها الرسول بلغ ما أنزل إليك من ربك وإن لم تفعل فما بلغت الرسالة. صلوات محمد وعلى محمد. Famous Ayah Sharifa, which we have listened to many times and will keep on listening. Shia faith, the distinction of the Shia faith is the main things that the Shia faith has got is Ghadir, the promise of Ghadir, the events of Karbala, and the coming back of Imam al-Zaman Ajalullahu Ta'ala Faraj wa Sharif. Summary of our faith. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, we have been discussing different events. Today I'm really, I don't understand how I'll be able to gather all those pieces, and would like to transfer what I wanted to say in this short time. The period was quite short and the topic I have made quite vast, because we needed to see this topic from different angles. Hazrat Zahra Salamullah Alaiha, the Shahadat of Hazrat Zahra is approximately 75 to 95 days after the passing away of Rasulullah. 75 to 95 days. And the struggle of Hazrat Zahra in these days will turn the whole world upside down, the materialistic world. It will turn. And also the religious world. The Mustazafin will come on the top, and those Mustakbirin will go to the bottom of the sea. It is not without a planning. The planning of Hazrat Zahra, Aima Athar, and Rasulullah was not for that time. If it was just a matter of getting rid of the Zalimin, just a dua would have been enough. A curse would have been enough. But the matter was not to get rid of the Zalim. The plan was to get rid of Zulm, tyranny, suppression, oppression, and forever. That was the plan, was approximately 1400 plus years for the coming back of Imam al-Zaman Ajalullahu Ta'ala Faraj wa Sharif. The ayah Sharifah that I recited, Rasulullah started the message. 124,000 messengers have been doing the groundwork for the last messenger's message, for the last message. They have been doing the groundwork. They have been rising the mental level of the human race to the level to understand the last message and understand the words of the last messenger. And now Rasulullah starting the message, and then Dawat-e-Zul Ashira, then battles of Badr, Uhud, and then conquest of Mecca. And after all that struggles, Rasulullah is performing the last Hajj. And while he's returning from his last Hajj, this approximately second last ayah of the Holy Book of Quran, according to the sequence of revelation. Quran has got two sequences. One is the Quran as we see it in the Holy Book of Quran. One is the sequence of revelation. The first ayah revealed was Iqra bismi rabbika allazi khalaq. And the last one was Al-Yawma akmaltu lakum dinakum. According to the sequence of revelation, second last ayah revealed is here when Rasulullah has finished his Hajj. He told that I will no more be among you. This is my last Hajj with you. Don't kill each other. Don't do this. Don't do that. Do's and don'ts. He repeated and summarized for the whole Ummah. And he reaches a junction from where the paths separate from different Hujjaj. They separate. The Hajis, they separate from for different routes. And the ayah revealed is, Ya ayyuhar Rasul, O my messenger, Balligh, tell the people, Ma unzila ilayka min rabbik, what has been revealed to you. And then the tone is different. Allah has never addressed the messenger with this tone. وَإِن لَمْ تَفْعَلْ, and if you don't act like this, فَمَا بَلَّغْتَ رِسَالَةً, you haven't performed the duties of the messengership or the prophet. And then the small other portion which people seldom repeat, that Wallahu ya'simuka minan nas, Allah will protect you from the shar of the people. A question arises. All of you here, especially the youngsters, question arises. Deen, somebody asks me, what is deen? We tell them that there are some beliefs, like belief in Tawheed, belief in the adl and justice of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, justice, and then belief in the prophethood, belief in the imamat, belief in the day of judgment. These are beliefs that we call them usul-e-din. And then there are some furu'at-e-din, ibadat, that we have to act according to. Prayers, fasting, hajj, zakat, khums, jihad, amr bil maruf, nahy anil munkar, tawalla, tabarra, all these included. Except for one, imamat. All of them has been revealed to the people and the people were informed about them. In fact, Tawheed, Adl, Nubuwat, Imamat, Qiyamat, there are two main sections only, two main. One is Tawheed. Adl is related to Tawheed. Nubuwat is related to Tawheed. Imamat is related to Nubuwat, and that again is related to Tawheed. And the second one is the belief in Day of Judgment. If these two beliefs we clarify in the mind of our children in this Western society, rest assured our children will not go away anywhere. Tawheed needs to be clear, and about the Day of Judgment, Qiyamah, that should be clear. And people, they always, that intentionally or unintentionally hit these 2 points. Or have you seen Allah? You are always saying Allah will do this. Allah. Have you seen Allah? Do you know Allah? Or Day of Judgment. Have you seen the Day of Judgment? Oh, when it comes, then we will see. They take away these beliefs from us. These 2 beliefs are important. Anyhow, recite the salawat for Muhammad wa ali Muhammad alayhi. Rasulullah had passed away and taught people all these about Tawheed, about Adl, about Nubuwat, about Qiyamah, about prayers, fasting, Hajj, Zakat, Khums, Jihad, Amr bil Maruf, Nahy anil Munkar, all of them. Had he not taught the people all of these? Yes or no? What do you say? Yes. Allah is saying, وَإِن لَمْ تَفْعَلْ, if you don't do this thing, what has been revealed to you, don't tell the people, فَمَا بَلَغْتَ رِسَالَةً, you haven't performed the duty of the prophethood and messengership. 0. Tawheed, Adl, Nubuwat, Day of Judgment, prayers, fasting, Hajj, Zakat, everything, big cross on it. Allah, if you would have said that you haven't performed 25% of your duties, we would have accepted. Rasulullah, the battle of Badr, Uhud, Khandaq, and then Taif, stoned there, all that hardships, all that you say, فَمَا بَلَغْتَ رِسَالَةً. Okay, if you would have said you haven't performed 60% of the duties, we would have been happy. We would have said, okay, we'll accept it, Allah. But you are saying you haven't performed the duties. All this is 0. You would have said 90% duties you haven't done. This whole of this scenario should have been at least 10 or 5 or 1% at least. Am I right or wrong? This question arises. Why Allah is saying, فَمَا بَلَغْتَ رِسَالَةً, you haven't done the duties of the prophethood, everything finished. You know, we discussed in our previous lectures, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created Adam alayhi salam, he said, فَإِذَا سَوَّيْتَهُ وَنَفَخْتُ فِيهِ مِنْ رُوحِ فَقَعُوا لَهُ السَّاجِدِينَ. he told the angels, when I make his shape and then blow my spirit into him, then what shall you do? Prostrate. Sajde mein gir jao sare. Prostrate in front of him. Not before I blow my spirit into him. Now we understand that all this thing, Tawheed, belief in Tawheed, Adl, Nubuwat, Day of Judgment, and then prayers, fasting, Hajj, Zakat, is the body of Islam. This Wilaya, announcement of Amir al-Mu'mineen's Wilaya, if this is not done, Islam will be left to the people to treat Islam as they wish. So, the Wilaya, إِنَّمَا وَلِيُّكُمُ اللَّهُ وَرَسُولَهُ وَالَّذِينَ آمَنُوا الَّذِينَ يُقِيمُونَ الصَّلَاةَ وَيُؤْتُونَ الزَّكَاةَ وَهُمْ رَاكِعُونَ. Everything is finished. The Wilaya of Allah, Wilaya of Rasul, and Wilaya of Amir al-Mu'mineen, if not done, everything is left open to the people. Whosoever wants and treats Islam as they wish, and no question will be asked on the Day of Judgment. So the whole body of Islam is gone. With the announcement of Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salatu wasalam, now Allah is saying that I want from you the Islam which was brought by Rasulullah and which is explained by Amir al-Mu'mineen Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salatu wasalam. All those beliefs are the body of Islam, and this belief is the soul in the body of Islam. Those who negated the belief in Amir al-Mu'mineen's Wilaya of Ghadir, everybody congratulated Amir al-Mu'mineen there. But later on, they turned back. What happened to them? Allah says in Quran, لِلَّهِ الْعِزَّةِ وَلِرَسُولِهِ وَلِلْمُؤْمِنِينَ. Honor, dignity, and respect belongs to Allah only. وَرَسُولِهِ, and the messenger of Allah. Respect and honor belongs لِلَّهِ الْعِزَّةِ وَلِرَسُولِهِ and the mu'mineen. Allah, today, we are about 1.5 billion Muslims around the globe, if I'm not wrong. We have got engineers, doctors, IT experts. We have got scientists. We have got a biggest population, a great chunk of the most human population is Muslim. 52 or plus countries belongs to the Muslim. And the gold coming out from the earth, besides gold and silver and all those minerals, we have got oil, we have got money, we have got wealth. We are the wealthiest countries of the world are the Muslim shuyukh. Yeah. Allah, you never promised us gold, uranium, like silver, like oil and all that stuff. You never promised that. You never promised us engineers, doctors, scientists, and all that stuff. Whatever you didn't promise, we have got that. You promised us honor. Lillahi al-izza wa li rasulihi wa lil mu'mineen. We don't possess the thing that you promised us. We don't have honor. They come from other side of the globe, and in the midnight, they jump in and break down into the houses, and they search, their men search our ladies with irrespective of their honor and dignity. And they want to go, they go to Afghanistan, they go to Yemen, they kill. Thousands of people have been killed. Nobody is questioning them why you are doing, where are your human rights? They come and they kill the honorable general who single-handedly defeated the Daesh, which was created by these guys. They created them. They never killed anyone from them. They always killed the Shias and the followers of Ahlul Bayt and the followers of Imam al-Zamana. They have started wars in every place where the people will rise to support Imam al-Zaman. See the hadith of Ahlul Bayt. Wherever the people will rise from Yemen, they have got a war in Yemen. Iraq, they have got war in Iraq. You see Syria, where Hazrat Isa alayhi salam will come, they have got a war there. Anywhere where the people will come to support Imam al-Zamana, they have got war. They have started crushing people. Even the Afghans, they say, we are the Khurasanis. We will be supporting Imam Mahdi. They have started, see what they've done with Afghanistan. The people of Pakistan, they are steadfast in supporting Islam. See what they've done with Pakistan. They've crushed it. And the only line of Amirul Mu'mineen alayhi salatu wasalam in the present day, I don't feel shy taking the name of General Qasim Soleimani. Single-handedly, he defeated the usurpers of the rights of the humans and the suppressed and oppressed people of the world from Palestine, from Yemen. In how many fronts did he fight? And he defeated the enemies. From Gaza, go to Gaza. They say he used to come here. In all that isolation that nobody could enter Gaza, nobody could go out from Gaza. Many times he traveled to Gaza. Syria, Lebanon, Yemen. These wars are getting closer and closer. But Allah, you promised us respect and honor and dignity. We have got everything. Leaving this resistant people aside, that they have got honor today. Otherwise, where is the honor for the Muslims? Am I right or am I wrong? Allah, you promised us. Lillahi al-izza wa li-rasulihi wa lil-mu'minin. Allah is not saying that respect will be for the Muslims. Allah is saying for mu'minin, not the who claim to be mu'min. قالت الأعراب آمنا. These Arab Bedouins say that we have acquired Iman. Quran is saying, O Messenger, tell them, you have reached Islam. Iman haven't entered your hearts. When we see the signs of Allah outside us and inside ourselves, we come to the conclusion there is a creator who is worth submitting to. And we submit to him. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. Salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. And I repeatedly said in my majalis, this tashahhud means my actions, my behavior, my attitude, my movements, my likings and dislikings will be governed by the likings and dislikings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is submission. Practical submission is required, not theoretical. Keep on saying tashahhud for the whole tasbih. Keep on reading it. Nothing is going to happen. Practically, I have to say that from now onward, my actions, my behavior, my attitude, my friendship, my enmity, my likings and dislikings will be governed by the likings and dislikings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now decide now, submit now, and see in the morning what difference comes into your life. We haven't opened the account yet. We haven't submitted to Allah, and we have started putting in money into it. Praying, fasting, oh, sawab, we are getting sawab. Submission, this submission 100% is the starting point, which is the missing link, what I understand. Start now. Decide now. Tomorrow might be too late. Every day we said, oh, please recite the Surah Fatiha. One day you will say, recite the Fatiha for Maulana Musharraf Hussaini also. And chapter closed. Now, nothing is going to be written in my chapters now. But we need the submission, not surrender. Surrender is when we don't have an option. Submission is when I've got an option. Quran says when you are sure now that death is coming, then your du'as are not accepted. It's too late now. When you say the angel of death 1 to 1, nobody sees it, you will see it. I will see my angel of death. And the shape he comes to will tell me a lot what I've gained in my life and what I've lost in my life. Before that, I need submission. Young age is submission. Old age, after 80 years, for example, that's a surrender. That's not a submission. When these young soldiers of Imam Hussein alayhi salatu wasalam and Imam Zaman, please recite salawat for them. See the energy they get. Dynamic Islam we need, which changes a person from a black slave into Bilal Habashi, from a normal Bedouin to Salman Farsi, which changes a person from a normal person to Abu Zar. This is a dynamism. Where's that dynamism gone? We are scared for our children that our children are leaving Islam. What Islam is it? How can it be Islam? Islam is a dynamic religion. It gives energy to my body, to my thoughts, to my soul, to my everything. It changes me, transforms me. Lillahi al-izza wa li rasulihi wa lil mu'minin. Mu'minin. Mu'min is required. When in Ghadir, after the event of Ghadir, what was the last ayah revealed? Al-yawma akmaltu lakum dinakum. Today I completed your deen. Al-yawma, today. Today. I once went to a Sunday market and there were a group of some people who were preaching Quran and giving away Quran to the other people. He said, this says that I have completed the deen today. He said, Al-Yawma means this is a special day. Something happened on that day. What happened on this day? He got confused. I said, you are preaching, you should know. Al-Yawma akmaltu lakum. Today is a special day. Specifically today. It means yesterday it was not complete. So today, what happened on this today? He said, I don't know. I said, go and do a research. If you don't find that, phone me. I'll tell you. If that thing, Ghadir, is not accepted, Wilayah of Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salatu wasalam is not accepted, deen is not complete then. Deen is not complete. People say, ask me questions of Maulana, what about Tashahud, Ali and Waliullah and Tashahud and this and that? I said, I am sure. I don't have time to explain this thing. Ali and Waliullah is not a separate entity. Ali and Waliullah is nothing separate. Ali and Waliullah is the part of Muhammadur Rasulullah. Whosoever negates Ali and Waliullah is not negating Ali and Waliullah. He is negating Muhammadur Rasulullah. Atiyullaha wa atiyur rasula wa ulil amri minkum. The ayah of the Quran. I'm just, because I mentioned it, so I drifted away from what I wanted to say. But I will go over time today, don't worry. Don't listen to my lecture tomorrow. Salawat bar Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. This verse of Quran says, Atiullaha wa atiur rasula wa ulil amri minkum. Atiu, be obedient to or obey Allah. Wa atiur rasula wa ulil amri minkum. The atiu word is used twice. And the obediences are three. Obedience is used for atiullah. Allah's obedience, nothing can share that. That's separate. Wa atiur rasula wa ulil amri minkum. And be obedient to Rasul and ulil amr. In bracket, Rasul and ulil amr is one obedience. If somebody is obedient to Rasulullah and not obedient to ulil amr, The obedience is not complete. I say that please bring me water and tea for me. You bring tea for me and don't bring water. You haven't completed the obedience. Allah is saying, Atiullah wa atiur Rasul wa ulil amri minkum. Rasul and ulil amr is one itaat. Amirul Mu'mineen alayhi salatu wasalam held high hand. And then Rasulullah, what does he say? Man kunto maulahu fahaza aliyun. Whosoever I am Mawla of, Ali is Mawla of him. Straight, simple and straight logic. I am not talking left, right, and here and there. I don't go into this. Straight. Whosoever I am Mawla of, Ali is Mawla. We have got in offices, you know, handing over and taking over of charge. Somebody is leaving and going away. He hands over the charge and somebody takes the charge and they write down from this day, this time, the charge is handed over to such and such person. Now the responsibility of this person and his responsibility is finishing. So the charge is transferred to Amirul Mu'mineen from what time, what date? What do we know about the Amirul Mu'mineen's charge? Amirul Mu'mineen becomes the Mawla from what time? Is there described any time? Yes or no? Do we know any time? No. Rasulullah is saying, Man kuntu mawlahu fahaza aliyun mawla. Whosoever I am mawla of, this is the wilayat of Rasulullah. Aliyun waliyullah is a portion of it. So if somebody is not accepting this portion, he is not accepting the wilayah of Hazrat Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. So Aliyun waliyullah is negating someone. He is negating Muhammad Rasulullah. That's why in Azan and Iqamah, we say it as mustahab. Why do we say it as mustahab? So if Ali and Waliullah is the part of Muhammad Rasulullah, we shouldn't say that. Then we shouldn't say Ali and Waliullah. Yes, because people introduced Muhammad Rasulullah in this world with negating Ali and Waliullah. So we want to tell the people that we believe in that Muhammad Rasulullah where Ali and Waliullah is included there. Negation of Ali and Waliullah is negation of Muhammad Rasulullah. Salawat bar Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa salatu wa salam. Now, whosoever negated the wilayah of Amir al-Mu'mineen, Ali and Waliullah, can their iman be complete or deen complete? Because al-yawma akmaltu lakum deenakum. Today we completed your deen after introduction of Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam. So whosoever negated, Allah said, you negated that, you didn't accept that. My way is clear. Lillahi al-izza wa li rasulihi wa lil mu'mineen. Respect and honor belongs to Allah and His Messenger and mu'mineen, not the Muslimin. Islam is a different thing. You need to have complete iman. Like, I will give an example. Somebody washed away. We tell him, okay, go from here straight. On the roundabout, turn right. Then first left, first right, first left, and you will see the house number 14 there. For example's sake. He goes to the roundabout. Instead of right, he turns left. And after that, he's doing all that left, right. He said there are all number 3 houses. There's no 14 number house. Yeah. Comes back. I said, we told you to go right from the roundabout. And you turn. He said, I did just one mistake. Instead of right, I went left. This one mistake makes 180 degrees difference. Yeah. So the Muslims, from the junction of Ghadir, instead of right, they went left. Rest, everything right, left, they've done right. But now, what is the way to correct that? You need to do left, right, come back to the Ghadir and go right instead of left. Until and unless you go right, you will have doctors, you will have engineers, you will have scientists, you will have gold, you will have oil, you will have wealth, you will have countries, you will not have honor and dignity. Honor and dignity will come to you only, and it will come only for those who really, practically, theoretically, with body, soul, and thoughts, believe in the wilayah of Amir al-Mu'mineen and Imam al-Zamana Jallallahu Ta'ala Farajul Sharif. Those believers in the wilayah of Amir al-Mu'mineen, you see the Houthis, they don't have clothes, they just wrap a lungi around them. And they are just slippers in their feet. And they've got guns, and they're defeating an army of 52 countries single-handedly. They are on the brink of defeat. You will hear in the near future that Saudis, they have been defeated. 52 countries coalition, the best, wealthiest countries of the area, having the most weapons of the world, the latest weapon, billions of dollars they are spending every day to protect. Oh, America, protect us. Give us weapons more. They're selling, come on, we'll sell you a weapon. And they're just doing with the small weapons, they're defeating them. Why? Because of the wilayah. Lillahi al-Izza wa li rasulihi wa lil mu'mineen. You kill General Soleimani, and after 2 years, see everywhere in the countries, in Afghanistan, in Pakistan, in Iran, in Iraq, in Yemen, in Gaza, everywhere, there are ceremonies to commemorate the martyrdom of Soleimani. You are on the brink of defeat. You have reversed. I don't do political lectures here, but it is the time, because this is this link with the coming back of Imam al-Zaman. Your reversal from America's reversal from Afghanistan. Could anybody have thought that they will be reversing, running away from Afghanistan like that? Could anybody think that people will threaten them and they will leave Iraq also, and they will leave these countries also? They will run away. Why? Because this is the era of Hazrat Zahra and Imam al-Zaman Ajalallahu Ta'ala Farajul Sharif. And I am sure, as the ulama say, one was Ghaibate Sughra and one was Ghaibate Kubra. Similarly, the Zuhur is also two parts. One is Zuhur Sughra and one is Zuhur Kubra. Zuhur Kubra is the one which will be announced in Mecca, and he will be recognized between Hajar-e-Aswad and Muqam Ibrahim. He will be recognized, the Hadith Riwayat say. So there will be some people who know him. Otherwise, nobody can recognize him. In Zuhur Sughra, and whatever is happening around the globe, hundreds and thousands and millions of people converting in Nigeria. And Alim said in his speech, Sheikh Zakzaki can't do it, Imam Zamana can do it. Palestinians fighting like that for years. They have been in camps. They're born in camps, they died in camps, their generations were born in camps. Can they fight and threaten Zionist state? They are threatening it. Why? Because Imam Zamana's hand is over their head. If we want to be honored and have respect, this is a sign for us. Submit now, because it will be too late when Jibreel comes and says that the Baqiyatullah has arrived. We need to be there. Hazrat Zahra's tears were not for Bagh-e-Fida. What is Bagh-e-Fida? She has got the whole Vilayat al-Taqweeni over the whole universe is at her feet. What is Bagh-e-Fida for her? She was crying for the system of Islam. If system of Islam would not have been distorted at that time, whatever Imam Zamana will come and do would have been done at that time. And the whole generation of the Muslims, they would have been a mu'min, and they would have received the blessings of this world and hereafter. This is what we lost. Karbala and all that. We are in debt to Ghadir and Karbala. We commemorate Eid Ghadir. We come here for poetry, with good clothes, with perfumes. Oh, that was okay for the past, not for this age now. We need to prove promise and pay allegiance to Imam al-Zaman on Eid-e-Ghadir. Every year we need to pay allegiance to Imam al-Zamana. We need to recite Dua Ahad every day. We need to recite Dua Nudba every Friday. We need to recite Dua Kumail every Thursday. We need to recite Hadith-e-Qisa every now and then with full concentration. Not that one person is reciting and we are looking here, they are Jabir ibn Abdullah al-Ansari, and then this is a time of sawab. I have some dua. Allah, give me this, give me that, give me that. No. In Ishq, Tashayyu is the school of Ishq. Ishq don't have a translation in English, so you know, adornment, like more than adornment. It's Ishq. Every pleasure we get in the world by getting something. In Ishq, you get pleasure when you give away from your hands. Hazrat Zainab, after the sacrifice of Imam Hussain, what does she say? What is it? Allahumma taqabbal minna hazal qurban. Allah, accept my sacrifice of Hussain for you. And when those so-called Muslims, they said, did you see what Allah did to you and Hussain? He said, ma ra'aytu illa jamila. Zainab says, I didn't see anything but beauty. What was that beauty? You take off the screens of this worldly desires, you will see the reality. She was seeing the beauty of the world. She was seeing the time of Imam Zaman, inshallah, that she said, you will not see anything. I see beauty in this world. So, complete Iman is required. And for that, Iman on Amir al-Mu'mineen, not on the tip of tongue. Imam Hussain ﷺ says that the Iman of the people is on their tip of their tongue. When the practical time arrives, you see a small number practically involved in being. No, Ali and Waliullah should not be on the tip of my tongue. Ali and Waliullah. No, my actions, my behavior, my attitude, my movement, my behavior with my family, with my children, with my husband, with my wife, with my daughter, with my son, with my brother, sister, with my business partner, everything should say Ali and Waliullah in it. Then I am believer in Ali and Waliullah. I believe in Ali and Waliullah when it benefits me. When I am losing money, I don't believe in Ali and Waliullah, then sorry. This is not Ali and Waliullah. My complete Shia is not the one who has to tell others that I'm a follower of Ahlul Bayt. His behavior, the way he talks, the way he's silent, even silent person will say he is the follower of Ahlul Bayt. Misam never used to tell that I am a follower of Ahlul Bayt, Amir al-Mu'mineen. His actions told that he is the follower of Amir al-Mu'mineen. Salman, Abu Zar, Ammar Yasir, the mother, Sumayya, mother of Ammar Yasir, the first Shahida of the Muslim, tied to 2 camels and said, just refrain from saying Muhammadur Rasulullah. And she didn't say that. And her body was torn into 2 parts. Shaheed of Islam. This is how Islam reached me. I put myself, I'm not talking about you, myself on one side of the scale, and I put Abu Zar and Misam and Ammar Yasir on the other side of the scale. I don't find myself anywhere. Yes, Hur gives me energy. Hur encourages me. All of us, I keep on saying, have committed every sin, but we haven't committed one sin. We haven't stopped the path of Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam. Hur stopped the path of Imam Hussain. But when he put his head on the feet of Imam Hussain, Allah forgave him. Allah, for the sake of forgiving Hur, for the sake of Tawbah, for accept our Tawbah. From now onward, from today onward, we will not be lazy. We will not be the ones who are lazy in prayers. When Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah is said, the morning sun will never see me sleeping. I will rise before that, and I will rise for the sake of Imam al-Zamana, for the sake of Hazrat Sahara, for the sake of Amir al-Mu'mineen, for all the sacrifices that they did in their lives. This is what was required by Hazrat Zahra. This is what Hazrat Zahra was crying for. I say, Jannah, you will get too many speakers. Everyone should get Jannah. I'm not interested in Jannah. I'm talking seriously. I'm not at all interested in Jannah. If all my speeches are able to dry 2 tears of Hazrat Zahra, this is my Jannah. You know what she passed through in those 95 days? It's a history. Nobody used to speak of it. Now is the time. Why people are speaking now? Me and you haven't played any role in it. It is all Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We didn't tell the people that where is the second holiest shrine of Islam in Najaf. Nobody told. It's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Nobody told people where is Karbala and what is Karbala. It is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He can perform his duties. But then where do I stand? I need to play my role as a follower of Hazrat Zahra and Imam Zamana. Follower of Ghadir, follower of Karbala. The follower of Ghadir and Karbala doesn't sleep for the morning prayer. Hazrat Zainab Salamullah Alaiha didn't miss her tahajjud prayers even during the Sham-e Ghariba on that night, first night when the dead bodies of all those, especially her brothers like Abbas Alamdar and Imam Hussain were lying there. She didn't miss her tahajjud prayer at that time even. Hazrat Fatimah Zahra Salamullah Alaiha, 95 days, and at the age of 18 or maximum 20 years. Is this the age to die? 20 years. This is a young age. We finished our mission and sacrificed everything for the sake of Islam. And see, she's crying. And people come to Amir al-Mu'mineen, Ya Ali, tell Zahra to cry at day or night. We can't sleep at day and night. Nobody comes and asks her, why is Zahra crying? What is the reason for her? What pain she has got in her heart? What she has gone through? The court of Muslim Khulafa was not far away. It was Masjid Nabawi pulpit. And the house of Hazrat Zahra are hardly 50 steps. Nobody asked what has happened to her. Nobody. Now people are questioning after 1400 years. Now people are asking what happened. We want to know. Now is the time the tears of Hazrat Zahra should dry up with the coming back of Imam Zaman. We need to pull up our socks and we need to come up to the mark now so that Imam comes. Later he comes, we have got more responsibility. We are responsible for it now. With a higher level of understanding and education, we are in a better position to understand Ghadir and Karbala now and understand the grief of Hazrat Zahra now. Hazrat Zahra, with all her pains, she tells her maid, Fizza or Asma, that I am going into the room. If my tilawat or recitation stops, then enter the room. Recitation stops. Hazrat Amir al-Mu'mineen is called. Hazrat Amir al-Mu'mineen comes, washes the body of Hazrat Zahra, washes the body of Hazrat Zahra, and he starts crying there. Those who have narrated were outside the room. So me and Hazrat Amir al-Mu'mineen, the personality who was the Mount Everest of patience, he was crying so loud that people heard it in the next room. What Amir al-Mu'mineen went through. He said, today I saw the wounds on the body of Hazrat Zahra, which she never told me in her life. Hazrat Zahra's body is prepared with shroud. with kafan. Amir al-Mu'mineen calls Imam Hassan or Hussein or Zainab or Kulsum, come and meet your mom. Meet your mother for your last farewell. Hazrat Imam Hassan, some people say that Imam Hassan and Zainab and Kulsum, they put themselves on the body of Hazrat Zahra. But Imam Hussein didn't come forward. Mawla asked, Ya Hussein, why don't you come? He said, I would like to meet my mom for the last time, my mother for the last time, the way I used to meet her in when she was alive. She was hearing this. Some people say that Hazrat Zahra's shroud opened and her hand spread for Imam Hussein. Ya Zahra, you opened your hands here. Are you watching what is happening in the Karbala? Are you seeing your Hussein in Karbala here? You open your hands and arms for him. See what is happening in Karbala. Imam Hussein at a time, his body is full of injuries. Somewhere swords, spears, arrows, and if nobody got anything, they pelted Imam Hussein with stones. And Imam Hussein tells his horse, please take me to the point where Zainab should be able to watch me from the tents. And the Zuljana takes him to a point, puts his leg to the front, and Imam Hussein goes down from the back of the horse. Hurt, each part of Imam Hussein was hurt. It was bleeding, the eyebrows were cut, the face had cuts on them, stones had crushed his head, his arms were hurt, his body was hurt and paining. You know, when you are hurt and bleeding, you feel thirsty. Imagine about the thirst of Imam Hussein the whole day. He had been carrying the dead bodies of everyone, and he was watching everyone fighting. Now Hussein is going for the battle, and the last time nobody is watching Hussein. It's just Hussein wal Witr al Mawtur, the only one left. Zainab is watching Hussein. For a while, he's not on the ground and he's not on the back of the horse. Why? He's on the arrows pressing into his body. Amr Saad tells, is there anyone to go and do the final thing? Cut the throat of Imam Hussein. Nobody could come. Then Shimr comes. He comes here and he puts his foot on the chest. He said, you have read, this is the point of my grandfather Rasulullah. He tries to cut the throat of Imam Hussein. He couldn't do. Why? There were the signs of kisses of Rasulullah and Hazrat Zahra. How could a dagger just cut that? The throat was not cut by him. What he does, he turns him upside down, and then with a blunt dagger, the throat of Imam Hussein is cut. How? We don't know. This Imam al-Zamana will tell us. Last words I would like to say that later on people asked Shimr, you are very stone-hearted. Why did it took you so long to cut the throat of Imam Hussein? You know what Shimr said? Shimr said, what I should do whenever I used to move forward to cut the throat of Imam Hussein, a lady in black dress used to come, put down both her hands on the neck of Imam Hussein. He said, please tell me what wrong my son has done. What wrong my son has done. Allah, accept our Azadari and all those who have organized it and taken part in it. Bless their marhumin and marhumat and them with 100%. Bless us all with 100% submission to Allah, to Deen, to Imam al-Zaman, and to Hazrat Zahra Salamullah alayha. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Ya Hussein. 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 या हुसैन, या हुसैन।
ये पढ़ा
मैं सदा देती रही, तू ना आवाज़ी। जब रिदा से चिनी, मैं सदा देती रही, तू ना आवाज़ी। आले इमरान ने कहा और जिंदा ने कहा, ये बहन खैद हुई, तू ना आवाज़ी। रिदा से चुनी,
मैं सदा देती रही, तू ना आवाज़ी।
हमको पानी ना मिले, तेरी खुशबू तो रहे, तेरी बाजू ना कटे, चाहे मशकी जाच दे, ये मगर हो ना सका, तेरी बाजू है जुदा, मुझ पे है तशना लबी, तू ना आवाज़ी। जब रिदा से
चिनी, मैं सदा देती रही, तू ना आवाज़ी।
धूप में तू था शजर, तुझसे आबाद था घर, है बरना तेरा सर, क्या नहीं तुझको खबर, है अलमदारे वफा, इस बहन को खुदा, तुझसे था रस्सी बड़ी, तू ना आवाज़ी।
जब रिदा से चिनी, मैं सदा देती रही, तू ना आवाज़ी।
आ गई शाम, लुट गए अहले हरम, रेत पर जलते हुए, हो गया ठंडा आलम, फुर्सत देने के लिए, मुझसे मिलने के लिए, आ गए बाबा जी, आया
मैं सदा देती रही, तू ना आवाज़ी।
क्या कहूँ शेर बेरिदा हमको लिए, ये मुसलमान सारे शहर दर शहर गए, कलकत्ते क्यूबा कभी, कलकत्ते शाम कभी, और हम बेबसी तुम्हारा
रिदा से चिनी, मैं सदा देती रही, तू ना आवाज़ी।
गिनती बेबास की बहन है शहंशाह वफा, नाम ले के मेरा कभी जालिम ने कहा, नाज था जिस पे तुझे अब वो तो नाराज़ी कैद खाने में कज़ा रब सकीना को मिली देखे कुर्ते का कफन बच्ची दफनाई गई उस खड़ी नाम तेरा सूरत नादे अली तुम्हें थोड़ा रही जब विदा से आले इमरान ने कहा और जिंदा ने कहा ये बहन कैद हुई तू नाराज़ी क्या हुसैन
सैयदा ताहिरा 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 सैयदा 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 ऐ शाहे अंबिया ये मुसलमान ने क्या किया 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 मेंबर पे फातिमा का मेंबर पे फातिमा का मुजरिम बैठा दिया ये मुसलमान ने क्या किया ऐ शाहे अंबिया ये मुसलमान ने क्या किया मेंबर पे फातिमा का मेंबर पे फातिमा का मुजरिम बैठा दिया ऐ शाहे अंबिया ये मुसलमान ने क्या किया ऐ शाहे अंबिया ये मुसलमान ने क्या किया उतरी है जिनकी शान में आयाते बार बार जिनकी रज़ा को रद्द ना करे रब की देगा हक मांगने गई वो तो खाली लौटा दिया ये मुसलमान ने क्या किया ऐ शाहे अंबिया ये मुसलमान ने क्या किया ऐ शाहे अंबिया ये मुसलमान ने क्या किया ऐ शाहे अंबिया ये मुसलमान ने क्या किया हंसने लगा नहीं जो रोने लगी बतूल, गासिब ने सैयदा की गवाही न थी कबूल, खुद सच्चा बन के भी को झूठा बना दिया। अंबिया ये मुसलमान ने क्या किया, ऐसा है अंबिया ये मुसलमान ने क्या किया, ऐसा है अंबिया ये मुसलमान ने क्या किया, ऐसा है अंबिया ये मुसलमान ने क्या किया। जिस दर पे आप रुके थे लेने इजाजते, आते फरिश्ते अर्श से करने ज़ियारते, उस पे आया ने आग से वो घर जला दिया। मुसलमान ने क्या किया, ऐसा अंबिया ये मुसलमान ने क्या किया, ऐसा ये अंबिया ये मुसलमान ने क्या किया। मेंबर पे फातिमा का, मेंबर पे फातिमा का मुजरिम बैठा दिया, ऐसा अंबिया ये मुसलमान ने क्या किया, ऐसा अंबिया ये मुसलमान ने क्या किया। रोती रही खड़ी तारा हरे दरबार में, रोती रही खड़ी तारा हरे दरबार में, रोती रही खड़ी तारा हरे दरबार में, रोती रही खड़ी तारा हरे दरबार। न जाने किस तरह, न जाने किस तरह हक मांगती रही ज़हरा हरे दरबार में, रोती रही खड़ी ज़हरा हरे दरबार में, रोती रही खड़ी ज़हरा हरे दरबार में, रोती रही खड़ी तारा हरे दरबार। सनद के टुकड़े हवा में उड़ा के हंसने लगा, रसूलदार से गुस्ताख ऐसे कहने लगा, बताओ कौन सी, बताओ कौन सी जागीर है तेरी ज़हरा हरे दरबार, रोती रही खड़ी 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 ज़हरा हरे दरबार। ये उसकी बेटी है जिसने दौलत चाँद किया, वो जिसके नूर ने हर रोशनी को माद किया। इसे सताना, इसे सताना दुखियारी है बड़ी ज़हरा हरे दरबार, रोती रही खड़ी ज़हरा हरे दरबार में, रोती रही खड़ी ज़हरा हरे दरबार। न जाने किस तरह, न जाने किस तरह हक मांगती रही ज़हरा रोती रही खड़ी ज़हरा बड़े दरबार में, रोती रही खड़ी ज़हरा बड़े दरबार। हसन हुसैन से सचे गवाह भी झुठलाए, दूल्हा के बीवी को जाने डरा न शर्माए, भुला न पाएगी, भुला न पाएगी उम्मती बेरुखी धारा हरे दरबार में, रोती रही खड़ी धारा हरे दरबार में, रोती रही खड़ी धारा हरे दरबार में, रोती रही खड़ी धारा हरे दरबार में। सियाहबान जुमा के सफेद तैर देखे, तौकीर कैसे कहूँ बेटियों ने सर पीटे, गई थी इस तरह, गई थी इस तरह, घर है थकी थकी तारा हरे दरबार में, रोती रही खड़ी तारा हरे दरबार में, रोती रही खड़ी तारा हरे दरबार में। न जाने किस तरह, न जाने किस तरह हक मांगती रही तारा हरे दरबार में, रोती रही खड़ी तारा हरे दरबार में, रोती रही खड़ी तारा हरे दरबार में। सनद के टुकड़े हवा में उड़ा के हंसने लगा, रसूल दादी से गुस्ताख ऐसे कहने लगा, बताओ कौन सी, बताओ कौन सी जागीर है तेरी दारा हरे दरबार में, रोती रही खड़ी दारा हरे दरबार में, रोती रही खड़ी दारा भरे दरबार में, रोती रही खड़ी दारा हरे दरबार में, रोती रही खड़ी दारा दरबार में। हसन हुसैन से सचे गवाह भी झुठलाए, दूल्हा के बीवी को जाने डरा न शर्माए, भुला न पाएगी, भुला न पाएगी उम्मती बेरुखी तारा
अस्सलामु अलैका या नबी अल्लाह, अस्सलामु अलैका या हबीब अल्लाह, अस्सलामु अलैका या बाइसल हुदा, अस्सलामु अलैकुम व रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातुहू, अस्सलामु अलैका या गरीबल गुरबा, अस्सलामु अलैका या मुईनल दुअफ़ा'i वल फ़ुक़रा, अस्सलामु अलैका या मुग़ीथश शियअति वज़्ज़ुब्बारि फ़ी यौमिल जज़ा, अस्सलामु अलैका या अनीसन नुफ़ूस, السلام عليك أيها المدفون بأرض طوس. السلام عليك يا علي بن موسى الرضا الراضي بالقدر والقضاء. عليك تحيتي والثناء والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. السلام عليك يا صاحب العسر والسماء. الأمان 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 من فتنة الزمان. السلام عليك يا شريك القرآن. السلام عليك يا إمام الإنس والجان. السلام عليك يا دافع الظلم والعدوان. السلام عليك يا طامع الكفر والطغيان. عجل الله فرجك وسهل الله مخرجك. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. اللهم كن لولي حجة ابن الحسن صلواتك عليه وعلى آبائه في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا وحافظا وقاعدا وناصرا ودليلا وعينا حتى تسكنه أرضك طوعا فتمتعه فيها طويلا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين.